welcome to this new unnamed podcast. We're going to be covering tons of anime and stuff. I'm Storm, and you guys can introduce yourselves now.
I'm Mikey.
Hi, Mikey. I'm Shaman.
Hi, Travis.
Hi, Seamus.
Welcome to Anime Anonymous.
Like
Yeah,
we're still workshopping the name.
we don't have a name. We don't have. Let's be real.
We don't have
We had a list and we didn't want any of them. So
yeah.
so we're sending it. So what are we doing today, Storm? Let
We
us
are
know.
covering the first
Yeah.
season of One Punch Man.
Why am I here?
Oh, I see.
So we can culture
you
you.
watched it. You gotta watch shit. You've been
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
for years. He's been saying for years. I gotta watch more anime, bro. I gotta get more into anime, bro. And we're like, you know what? We'll get you an anime, but you're gonna have to be on camera for it. So,
Okay.
so
Okay,
all your
let's be clear. All right. I have watched anime before. Many times. I just don't watch enough as these two fucks right here.
he's seen
All right?
he's seen Afro Samurai 8 times.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I can go down the list. I go down the list of how much anime. I watch a good amount, but I'm not like that's not like all I watch, you know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all having me on to talk more. But this I have seen before. I watched this when it came out. So
We're starting light.
favorites.
We wanted to start with something that was a little more like everyone could get it. You know, use the intro course. It's like anime 101. It's easy. You know, so 69 might be. Come on, I mean, what are you doing? But yeah, we're covering season 1. Was it 12 episodes?
Yep.
Animated by Madhouse back in the day, 2015.
Madhouse is a great studio.
I love Madhouse. I remember watching this when it came out as a little 15-year-old, and that shit came out.
What year did it come out again? I feel like it
2015.
Yeah.
2015.
Was it 2015?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, maybe it was that long ago.
We are we're like 8
We're
years
almost-
off from it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, no.
Which is a little crazy.
Because I remember when season 2 came out, and I was already in college at that point. I was like my early years of college. So, yeah, I didn't realize, because I remember when I went to New York Comic Con for the first time, that was when it was just coming out, and there was promo of it everywhere, and that's kind of what put me onto it. So, yeah, it wasn't long ago, huh? But yeah, Storm, with your notes that you wrote before starting this.
Mikey hasn't rewatched it. I rewatched it about a month ago, and Storm took notes.
Yeah.
So we're at varying levels of preparedness for this, but
Yeah.
No, okay, because I rewatched like half of it, and I didn't watch it, but it's fine. I already watched it before, so it's okay.
But so the story is by One, and the art is by Murata. Murata's the GOAT.
Murata. But I'll say this though about One. All right, this man proves that doing comics is a dream come true. Because he said this man did this. And he started off as like a web comic that he just did. I'll just post on the internet.
Yeah.
And then like it was extremely shitty. But like that's what the thing was, like it was perfect web comic vibe where like it didn't have to be amazing. Like it didn't have to look great. It just the natural charm of it was that it looked shitty, but the story was good. You know?
Yeah. All right, so I guess let's start with episode 1 then.
Again, hold on. Seamus is having that problem again. Even when he's on my podcast, his audio drops out all the time. Okay, all right. Yeah, just continue going. Just continue.
All right.
Continue.
So it starts off with the pretty much Piccolo, right? It's like a Piccolo like ripoff, pretty much.
I mean, is it really a Piccolo ripoff or like no? Because it's
no.
like
There's a bunch. No, yeah, because like throughout the entire like show, there's like references to like other animes and stuff where it's like making fun of them too, which is what I love about it. So yeah, it starts off with the typical like just shonen anime, and then he joins that fight and just explains why he's a hero, just hero for fun.
Yeah, no, I listen. Saitama, one of the best anime characters ever, just because he has that I don't give a shit about this at all. I'm just doing this just to get some excitement in my life because my life is boring.
Yeah,
I
and
love
it's
that.
like he's depressed that he like one punches everyone.
Yeah,
He's like, I
but like
want to
Me for real. That's me for real.
but, but like listen, if you have like the most ultimate power ever and all you do is one punch people, like there's no thrill of the fight, like you'd be depressed. Like it makes sense.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then it's also it's just so funny how like the monsters are created that it's like the most stupidest reasons you could possibly think of, like, oh, I'm created because of pollution. Like it's
Because the
all like,
earth because the
yeah.
earth was sick and it birthed me to cleanse it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the fuck.
Nah, my favorite's the guy who just got roided out.
Oh yeah, no, the guy who was just like, I just wanted to get big, so I did, and then I got big, and I didn't like that anymore, so I wanted to get bigger. So
And
then,
I had to get big. Big old
uh,
Roidy Magoo out there.
yeah, no. Some of the villains in this show are so much fun. Like obviously, because again, like what Storm said, they don't. One doesn't take any of them serious. They don't take themselves seriously, which I think is kind of like what makes One Punch Man great. So
Mhm.
I think that's a plus for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's that like little that like crab thing that gets the nipples drawn
Yeah,
on
when the
him.
origin, when we see the origin, we see
Yes.
this crab man, and it's just
Yeah,
like
my boy Crablante really is.
Crablante.
I think he might be the most creative villain I've seen anywhere. Is a crab with big old nipples.
Yeah, man. like
He got
listen,
big old titties.
yeah, like you have crab men, you have kids with like balls for chins in this. Like it's just like what? Like I love how it doesn't take itself seriously. But yeah, like
Hmm.
when you see that origin of how like Saitama became like, got his no, no, well, got inspired to be a hero. I was say when he got his powers, but he doesn't have any powers technically. Um, but when he was like, like he saved this bald, this like testicle chin kid from getting his ass beat by this by Crablante, and you're like, oh shit, like that's how it started. And then like it's it's really cool. And then how he does the training and all that, and I love how like his like especially when he meets Genos. Like Genos is a great character. I love the design of Genos. Like he's one of my favorite like
Hmm.
anime like
Yeah.
character designs. But like when he's like, oh, like how did you get so powerful? It's like, listen, just 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and I forgot the other one. I got like a 10K run, I think,
Yeah.
like every day, and
You know what
it's
the
just like,
best part of that is? Is that that is completely like wrong. Like it he does it like in the like he does that in the wrong way, and he ends up being like the strongest person because he's even doing like his training wrong, which makes that
mm-hmm.
even funnier that he can just kill anyone.
Yeah.
I like how he specified that you have to sleep without AC or heating in the
AC,
winter. He's
yeah.
like, you can't use AC in the summer and heating in the winter. And I was like, bro,
No,
that's just, you just,
this man literally was like, this man had to suffer. Like it's like he had
yeah.
to put himself through hell in order to get as strong as he is. It's just
You
like,
just that would do nothing other than make you want to take 2 showers a day.
Yeah. He even just like
Oh
loses like his emotions too, like when he gains his abilities pretty much.
yeah. Listen,
mm-hmm.
I get depressed when I can't use the AC too. So I think maybe that might be the issue. He throughout this whole season he's talking about, he's like, oh, I just need someone who can hurt me, someone who I can fight. But I think he just needs to turn on his AC and then he'll be like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, yeah, man. But the trading is definitely like the origin. I think is a pretty fun origin for sure.
Yeah, his origin is hilariously a hilarious parody of like every other shonen protagonist origins, where they're
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, like Goku, like, yeah, man, I just trained, and everyone's like, well, how the fuck did you get that powerful by just doing like the shit with Master Roshi? And he's like, I think even going beyond that, this whole series is maybe one of the greatest parodies
Oh
in
yeah.
anything I've ever seen. It might,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing that I can see like beating it is maybe like Gintama, but um, I think that's what also it being such an incredible parody, but also still doing those tropes extremely well. like still
Yeah.
hitting those like the emotional beats still hit despite it being like a bit of a joke, which is what I love.
And I think my favorite part about, especially when you watch the first season, is that first episode when like he does like come across like a villain that he like that gives him that edge that thrill of the fight that he desires, and you see him like go from that deadpan Saitama being like, "Oh, I'm just tired of everything," to being like, "Finally," and he gets like more
Yeah.
detailed. I love that shit so much, and like you see him do an amazing fight, and then you realize, oh shit, it's just a dream, and that the actual like Groundhog King is just this miserable like tiny groundhog that he can just destroy. I just thought it was like this man is so down bad that he has to dream up scenarios of him kicking so much ass, and it's just like I thought it was great. I was like, it's amazing, and yeah, it's good stuff, and that like this the first episode alone's a good intro, and then when it expands more of the world, and we see all the other heroes from the Hero Registry organization and all that. I think it's really cool.
The different when he tries to get ranked as a hero and he just breaks all the machines and they're like,
that's one of my favorite parts.
Too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts when like he has to do the side hops, but yet he's hopping so quickly that he's making after images of himself and makes it look like he's multiple places at once. I think it's ridiculous. I love that a lot. It's just blowing everybody's mind. It's like, how is this? How because it's great because you think this man's gonna be like he's gonna go beyond S tier because like he's that powerful, but he goes like straight to like I think was it Deers.
He gets C. He gets C immediately, and everyone's like, "Oh."
I think it's because he's also an idiot. I think because he failed the written part, like the written portion, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he failed the test, like the actual written test, so that's why he gets C rank. I'm just like, that's so funny.
I love that he cannot kill a mosquito.
Oh yeah, the mosquito keeps dodging him. And he's just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yo, the mosquito's the ultimate enemy for him, honestly.
I was gonna say, I think that'd be hilarious if at the end of the manga that mosquito comes back and he's like, "It's you. You are the ultimate enemy."
Because like literally, like I remember that scene where like you literally like for a whole episode he's trying his best to kill this mosquito. He's literally moving at the speed of like sound and he can't get it. I think it's so funny, which is like kind of like me when like I'm trying to plot swides, like sorry, when trying to get flies with fly swatter. It's just like shit. Yeah. They're always weaving. It's ridiculous. But yeah. So what else you got in your notes, bro?
We're just going random at this point. It's fine. I mean, it's also like when he gained his powers, he only started to realize when he was bald. He became bald.
Mm-hmm.
That's how true power is defined when you lose all your hair.
When you're strong, all those roided out strong dudes are bald. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. Can you imagine you just push up to the limit so hard that you lose your hair?
You just go bald. Yeah. Dude, I did push up so hard I just started losing it in the gym.
Yeah, it's like that's just too much. You just come out the woodwork. You just come out like Bobby Lashley, just Aki as shit.
with the headband, so you can't see he lost his eyebrows too.
No.
Wow. Oh my god. Bobby Lashley's a shout. Oh my god.
Listen, shout out to Bobby Lashley, man.
Shout out Bobby Lashley. I love Bobby Lashley.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? But like, I want to talk about Genos real quick because I do like Genos as a character.
I was gonna say, I think that the strong point of this series that people don't really talk about is how well developed the side cast is.
Oh yeah, that's a great part of it.
Like Genos specifically.
Like I feel like even this first season, it's mostly about Saitama. Yeah, then like from a bit on from there, they just mostly do the side characters, and they do them very well.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, like Genos is one. I mean, my personal favorite character, like he was my favorite character since day one when I watched the show years ago. But like Moomin Rider's the best character. Like this man, even though this man has no powers. He has no powers, nothing. He just goes around, rides a fucking bike around with his outfit. And like, I just love the fact that like even though Moomin Rider has no powers and I think he's also like on C, I think he's a C tier or like a B tier character. Just the motivation and pure will this man has, I just think is what makes him a hero. I love that a lot. It reminds me of like like why we love characters like Spider-Man so much. You don't, even though he gets ass kicked a lot, you want to see him every time he goes out. You want to see him, like, when it gives you some motivation, lifts you up a little bit. That's why I love Kamen Rider so much. This man gets the shit kicked out of him, nearly killed multiple times.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that Sea King episode.
Oh
when
Lord.
they're feeding everyone to Sea King. Purry Prisoner gets fucked. Speed of Sound Sonic gets fucked, and then all of a sudden Moomin Rider's gonna step up, and you're like, by God, this fucker's gonna do it. And then he gets his shit kicked in like he thought. Dude, like, damn
like,
it.
that shit put me to tears.
Untapped, and you're like, well, I don't know what I expected. and then Saitama's like, oh, I guess it's my turn now. And then I love when he defeats him, he turns around, he's like, thank God Moomin Rider softened this dude up for me.
Yo, and that's the best thing about Saitama and just like the world of One Punch Man. Every amazing thing Saitama does in this anime, Moomin Rider gets all the credit. Which again, love Moomin Rider, but like, damn, he's just like Saitama can't win. It's so funny.
Well, he also does it to himself though. Like he wants the others to get the credit. Like he doesn't care about the credit.
He doesn't give a shit. He's just like, oh yeah, Moomin Rider deserves that. He did more than I did anyway.
Oh man, but
Speed of Sound Sonic is fucking hilarious too.
I love him. I love his introduction. I love how like the moment he tries to fight Saitama, this man has his left nut get like.
Oh, I was gonna say,
dude, that scene is so fucking detailed. It's insane.
It's painful. It's painful.
It's painful to watch.
You see his little nuts get squished, and you're like, why did they animate this so hard? What the hell? You see like the little outline of just
yes, it's literally like, you see the ripple. You see the ripple in
it. And then he just doesn't do anything again.
Oh man.
He's just done.
Oh,
and man. I love in that episode too that the only reason Saitama goes out to fight those bald guys is because they're bald, and he's like, no, they're gonna ruin my image.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me when I first saw the bald guy gang, like I caught a part of it was like, yo, I think one is a Matt Fraction Hawkeye fan, because that's literally like the Tracksuit Mafia. But like,
I was gonna say, why did they look like Tracksuit Mafia? And I was like, well, that's interesting.
Like I like, especially like with One Punch Man and like My Hero, like I really like seeing anime that is either a parody or inspired by like Western comics, like I think that's like, I mean, One Punch Man, I mean, I think started it, but in terms of like that vibe, but yeah, no, I think it's nice that like the West is getting a little bit of influence in the East a little bit. I think it's really cool. I'm trying to look at all the other characters, but like I'm trying to look. I remember like I'm trying to think about all like the smaller characters that show up, but like I remember like Puri Prisoner. I remember him. He was cool. He's a gay icon.
I love Puri Prisoner.
He's a gay criminal.
So funny.
He's a gay criminal. He's hilarious. Like
that man's a prison. He's in prison for a reason.
Yeah. I love that his ability is just like, yeah, I'm gonna pull off my shirt and my chest hair is gonna protect me.
Yeah, man. He's a bear. He's a bear. That's what he is. That's his power.
Bang was
yes, Bang.
Bang was awesome.
Bang
yeah,
is
Master
really cool.
Bang was sick. Like, and obviously that kind of leads into like the villain, I think, of season 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Oh, I remember like Atomic Samurai.
Yeah.
Like Sweet
Metal Bat.
Is it Metal Bat or Sonic Bat? Because he was one of my favorite.
Metal Bat.
I think Metal Bat.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Did they introduce Zombie Man in this one?
No, Zombie Man's later.
Oh, okay.
They introduced they introduced what was it, Blizzard? They introduced My Mask. They set up, and they also set up Metal Knight being like fucking. Being a dick and like secretive, and then they also set up that Blast does not show up to the meeting, even though he's number one.
Is never there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blast. Yeah.
And then what is it?
I remember. Who's that? I'm looking it up right now. I remember Tank Top Tiger. I remember him.
Tank Top Tiger. Who's that kid? Who is the kid?
Child Emperor.
Child Emperor. That's what.
Child Emperor. I remember that one.
I can't believe I only found out recently, like because of one of the newer chapters, what his like name.
Oh yeah, his thing is.
Yeah, what his name actually means.
It's funny. I was gonna say because like there's stuff I want to talk about, but it's like season 2 like development stuff.
Yeah.
Specifically, like I wanted to talk about Metal Bat, and then I rewatched season 1, and I was like, "Damn, we don't get all that cool Metal Bat shit till like season 2."
Yeah, season 2.
Damn it.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm booking Watchdog Man. I love Watchdog Man.
Oh
that
yeah,
little like dog suit. Remember him? I was like, "Yo, Watchdog Man."
I love the I love furries.
This man is, and I forgot this man was S class. Like, and when you see him, it's like, what makes this man so special? Why is this man in a dog suit? Why is this furry an S class hero? Like, what the hell? But yeah, nah. I think I mean, yeah, all the other side characters are really cool, and
there's,
I also like the fact.
Terrible Tornado too.
Oh yeah, Terrible Tornado. I forgot about her. Yeah. Shit. The girl everyone thirsted over when this show came out, and they realized that she's a child.
What did he say?
Like, what are you doing?
No, she's old as shit.
No, she's not. She's the.
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, yeah, she's old as shit. She just looks like a child.
Isn't she like 20? Isn't she actually like 26 or something?
I think so. Yeah.
She's like late 20s, and then her sister's like 24 or something. And everyone was like, "What do you mean you're 26? You're not 26. You're a child."
Yeah. Oh yeah, Metal. Yeah, you already mentioned Metal Bat. Yeah, I like characters just in comics or in anime that just have bats for weapons. I just think that's kind of funny. I like that.
Okay, I also love his whole gimmick about how he just gets like he's just the Hulk. Like the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. It's like when he powers up by like hitting his own forehead with the metal bat, and he's just like, brother, whoa, you're concussing yourself, bro.
He has to get amped. He has to get amped up, bro. What are you talking about? Come on. He has to get amped up. Yeah, freaking hit. But I forgot. I'm looking. I'm like, I forgot about in terms of the villains. I forgot about Armored Gorilla. That freaking gorilla in that mech suit.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
That's so funny.
I'm telling you, like one is so creative. One is so creative with these villains and his characters. Like it's just like, and he doesn't take them seriously at all. I think it's so funny.
The giant beetle guy in the monster the Monster Association's basement.
Yeah.
When they go to the lab and they got that giant. And he tries to fight Saitama and he almost hits him and he backs off and he's like, that dude almost just killed me. He's like, that dude could one tap me.
Yeah, and then he kills him because he's like, no, I'm gonna miss the grocery store sale.
Oh shit! There's a sale. There's a sale at the grocery store. I gotta go.
That's the thing. Like, I love the fact that Saitama cares more about mundane shit than like actually like fighting monsters. Sometimes I just think it's kind of funny. Like it's just like, man. Even though this man's as a hero for fun, I'm just like, damn, like he still cares about those groceries, man. He still wants to make sure he can. Do they even pay rent where he lives? Because I'm surprised.
I don't. I think he does at first, and then later on he doesn't.
He just because he lives in that district that's just completely fucked because they're like all the monster shows, which is very funny that there's no one else there except him. But What were you gonna say? Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead.
No, you go, because mine's like a segue to another topic. What's up?
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
No, it's like y'all want to talk about how like this like world works and like functions, because like the way they separate the cities and stuff, and like the way they like I think it's kind of interesting and like a little confusing at times. Like.
Yeah. The way they have classifications for threats, they have classifications for heroes, they have classifications for cities that are by letters, and it's all very bureaucratic. And Saitama just like constantly is like, I don't like any of this. Like, why is there like all this bullshit that they keep telling me about?
That's what it is.
He's like, why what the hell does any of this mean? Like, why?
Like,
it's very funny.
It's all pointless. Yeah, no, I just think the way the city works, it's very classist in a very humorous way. It's just like, okay. Yeah, but
it's also like, in what world do you put dragon over demon? In what world?
Yeah.
That you order the types of threats that way? How? How is a demon below a dragon?
Because dragons are bigger and breathe fire, and demons can be like people size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think So here's what I think. I think it's more of a scale of pure destruction that it can cause. So like a demon can cause less destruction than a dragon, even though a demon might be stronger in a fight. Because the dragon's just so big and it just breathes fire once and then half the city's leveled.
But yeah, I think the way the world works is interesting. Like it's just it's like, man, hella classes. That's not a Japan I want to live in. That sucks.
Yeah. And I mean, and it gets destroyed so fucking often.
Oh my god,
it does too often.
Especially in the finale, it just gets absolutely.
Oh yeah, especially when Boros shows up.
When Boros and the alien pirates pull up and they just level like almost the whole city, and you're just like, what? How the fuck are they rebuilding this shit?
Dude, it makes sense why the rent is like free. So, it's just like damn. But I mean, I want to talk about like. Well, I want to mention like the whole like scenes with like Saitama and Gino, like the whole mentorship thing. The fact that like the moment Gino shows
I was
up,
actually gonna bring that up actually, like how he never knows what to say, but then he'll just blurt out like something that is actually inspirational, and then he's thinking in his head, "This is never gonna work. What am I saying?" But it actually like works.
He's like, I sound like an idiot. I sound like a complete fool.
And he gives like the most inspirational speech ever.
Like Saitama low-key sounds like a dunce, but then when you actually really think about it, he's like, oh no, wait, no, that's kind of wise. Like that's and especially like that one scene where I forget which episode it was when they just start actually like doing the training and like Janus actually gets to see like how capable Saitama actually is. Like, and also I love when like Saitama does a finishing move. It's always an after image of him like super fucking huge.
Yes,
and I like due to how powerful this man is. I think it's great. But like Genos, like also like Genos is a pretty powerful character too in his own right.
Oh
like,
yeah,
like with all his cybernetic enhancements and stuff. Like I remember like there's that in that one training sequence he literally like levels a mountain, and then like he puts a hole into a mountain, and it's just like damn. But then again, he's no Saitama, so I thought it was really cool.
I like how it's like one positions him as like, oh, this guy would probably be the main character if Saitama didn't exist.
That's true.
Which is very funny.
In the
Which
world,
is why he acts like a stereotypical anime protagonist where he's like, my village was burned and then I sought revenge by like giving all this and now I'm on a quest for revenge. And Saitama's like, oh, that sounds horrible, dude. Are you okay? He's like, damn, that sounds very sad that your whole village died. Do you like need help? And then he's like, train me. And Saitama's like, I don't want to really really do that. Do you want me to fight him for you?
Yeah, man.
There's also their training fight that they have in that like valley.
Yeah.
That one is really good too.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to because he freaking just like puts a hole in a mountain and you're like, oh crap, like that's awesome. And then all the time I had to do was not even punch this man, just punch and stop. And then like this man made a huge gust of wind and shit. I was like, what is happening? It's and the fights like Matt also did a good job because the fights are like really well animated.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of those
are extremely well animated. And like when they stopped doing One Punch Man and the other studio, I forget what they're called, takes over season 2, like they kind of get dumbed down a little bit. But yeah, no, they did a really good. Like these are some of the best fights in anime that we've seen in the past like 10 years. It's really well done and really well thought out. And like especially like the last fight when like Boros shows up and like even though like Saitama was still pretty powerful, like Boros was like I like how that was the lead up to the whole series. Like Boros is gonna be the fight that Saitama's been waiting for. It didn't last that long, but it was still like it was still that excitement he needed, and also we got to see Saitama actually like last more in a fight for like a couple minutes and like see what else he can do.
And I like how afterwards he's like, I'm still depressed, aren't I? Like he's like that didn't fix all my problems, and then he has that realization where he sees like Genos, and he was just like, oh, maybe the key to my depression is just like enjoying my time with my friends instead.
Yeah.
But that Genos that Boros fight is
Oh,
That's
that's
so, it's
so
so
good.
it's such a crazy fucking fight at the end, and it goes on for like the whole episode. And I remember sitting there, and I was just like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
And it's funny because so while we see we know how powerful Saitama is throughout the whole show, and like we don't really see him do much, but then we see all these other side characters who are like A tier, S tier character heroes in this world that we've seen them show really like powerful displays of power, and they all get wiped, wiped. It's until this man who didn't take credit for defeating the villain afterwards, except for some of the heroes like witnessing how powerful he was at that moment. Like I just love the fact that even like the main character, like the side characters, the big time heroes got wiped the whole time at the end of that fight. But Saitama, the hero that no one really knows and like no one really like sees as like a big threat, the C tier one is the one wiping the floor with this man and saving the world. I think that's awesome. It was like one well done character development. Who did that? Oh man! All right, what else is in your notes, Storm?
I was gonna say, I feel like we hit most everything.
Yeah, there's also like I just wanted to bring up like the two like big memes in this season of like the first one where he points to Terrible Tornado and he's like, whose lost child is this? When he first meets like all the S ranked heroes.
That killed me when I saw that.
Oh man! I told you she looks like a kid.
Yeah. And then it's during the Boros fight where it's just there's a bunch of rubble going at him and then he just goes, okay.
I already know you know how many memes that have spawned throughout the past like how many years this show's been around. It is so funny. Like it's iconic. Like it's
one of the greatest manga panels of all time. I think it's so
simple.
Yeah.
It's the thing that I like about that the most is that like in the anime they don't even like animate it. They just put the panel in and color it.
Yes, they just colored the panel, and I was like, that's perfect. There's no notes. You didn't need to do anything, and you didn't do anything, and that's what makes it good.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. And also, I just want to say that like the One Punch Man season 1 has one of the best anime intro songs ever. Like I think,
oh yeah,
it's like the One Punch. I love that theme a lot. It's so good. It's one of my it's like my top 5 favorite anime themes. But yeah, man, is One Punch Man season 1 is good. It's a very good, especially it's a good intro anime to everyone who wants to get an anime.
Yeah, it's definitely a very good starter.
Especially for like Americans who are so used to superhero stuff, like Western comics and Western superhero movies, and want to get into something that's kind of familiar, but obviously more towards the anime manga route. Like One Punch Man is definitely a good starting place, I think.
Yeah, and despite it being a parody of like a lot of like really deep-seated anime tropes, it still like teaches you about those tropes, but also like uses those tropes very well through like characters like Genos. Like Saitama is the whole parody character, but then when you see Genos' fights, you're like, oh, this is just like a normal anime fight that I'm watching that I'd see in like Dragon Ball or something. Which is why I think the series works so well, because it balances that parody while also giving you like a really good anime to watch instead of it just being like, it's one big joke. The whole thing's a joke. There's nothing really other than jokes here.
I would have been pissed if this like the whole series of the anime is another dream that Saitama has.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
I think it'd be hilarious if at the end of this he wakes up and it's like he has it. It's day 1. It's the first episode.
Yeah,
and he's like, that was a cool dream, and I would have been like, this is hilarious. That's
it's him before he started the training. He just wakes up then.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It was a no air conditioning, no heat fever dream. That's
exactly it. He had a heat stroke because he wasn't using AC.
Oh man, but yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I think it's such a great anime. I really like it.
Yeah, it's definitely recommend for a watch for anyone, not just like people who are like, oh, I really like anime. And if you really like anime, you've probably already seen this, given how many people have watched this before.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't got nothing else to say. I mean, how does this work, Storm? Are we doing a rating here? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I just wanted to just leave off with like a few things where it's like I like that he goes from correct just pretty much just like his normal punches and then his actual like named abilities are just like serious
Serious
punch
punch.
at like the end when he's fighting Boros. He like makes a giant crater in the moon when he's fighting him.
Great.
Some of the stuff, like some of the space stuff in this anime are great
Yeah,
too.
think
Like
about that.
there's a
Think
lot
about that
down the
real quick.
line.
Think about that real
But
quick. This man can survive in space. That's how powerful this man is.
I
For a
mean, it's
limited amount of time.
an invincible reference. Invincible reference.
Yeah.
He just has
Like,
to hold his
what?
breath.
Yeah. It's just like what?
We didn't mention King.
Oh,
Well, King doesn't really get his arc until season 2.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's
even
true,
though he
he
is in
doesn't.
this one.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like Metal Bat and like Bang, where like they're here and they do stuff, but like King's arc is like first arc of season 2,
Yeah.
where he gets all that explanation about the King engine, which is
King
funny as
engine.
fuck. But
mhm.
yeah,
Oh man, but yeah, no, it's just good. Yeah, people watch. If you haven't watched One Punch Man, which have you? If you haven't, like, what rock you live under? But like,
where have you been?
where have you been? But like, yeah, no, it's good stuff. Also, read the manga. I mean, I gotta get my hands on some of the manga because I completely like, especially when like the show came out. Like, I've only heard of like the web series, so I didn't realize till like a year or two later that like they actually published it as an actual manga with a different artist.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Mhm.
so yeah, nah. Do you know who the artist is for that, by the way?
Yusuke Murata
Yeah.
Yusuke Murata? Okay.
is the
Yeah.
artist, and he technically writes it too because
Yeah.
he's adapting the web series. So it's like buy
Ah,
one,
okay.
but like he changes some stuff that is like
Yeah. He'll like
a little different.
reword a few things, but he won't like majorly change anything, I don't think.
But one is still a part of
I
it.
know
Right?
he kind of at least at the finale of the Saitama versus he who shall not be named because he's the season 2 villain.
Yeah.
The finale of their fight in way later got drastically changed in the
Oh, okay.
Murata version compared to the one version, which is I remember everyone kind of being pissed over, but like when you really look at it, it still ends the same way. It's just
Yeah.
what they do. Murata goes way crazier with the power levels in there, which is way funnier, and I like a little more. But I think it still goes back to where one is at, which is he deviates a little bit, but I like it. It's very good. The art is insane. I don't know how he's putting this
Dude,
shit
I've seen like comparisons between like one and Murata. It is so much. There's such a big difference between.
You know, one doesn't know how to draw.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
One doesn't know how to draw. That's true. One doesn't.
Yeah.
One is just a writer, and he's like trying to be like, here's what I see when I write.
Yeah.
But again, like as I said earlier, like the way one is, like how you started, is literally like the art comic book creator's dream. Where like even though you don't know how to draw, like the fact that like you come with a good story anyway with shitty art, and it ends up becoming a manga, then ends up becoming an anime. That's the dream. That's how all of us who want to do comics
exactly
want to start out. Yeah.
And even if you compare Yusuke Murata, he's up there with like Kentaro Miura as like great artists.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's just crazy shit, bro. Just crazy shit, man. I used to have I had like half of his fucking panels as like my wallpaper for everything because they just look so beautiful.
I did that for a while.
Mikey, have you seen those Spider-Man covers he did?
No.
Oh, dude, he did a Spider-Man cover for Spider-Man 2 with Toby and Doc Ock. That looks sick as hell.
I'll look it up right now. What's the artist name, man?
Yusuke Murata.
Oh, Yusuke Murata. Okay, yeah, the artist name right now. Okay, I'm sorry.
And then if you look up his Spider-Man covers, he has one that's Iron Man and Spider-Man doing the father-son Kamehameha.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Spider-Man. Oh, wow. Wow, where am I?
Doesn't look crazy?
This, bro. Yo, this Miles is sick. What?
Yeah.
Yes, does that poster look sick, dude?
With Spider-Man, yo. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, no, this is nice. Yeah, but wow, that Spider-Man 2 one is insane. Wow.
Right?
Is this like official?
Yeah,
is that official art?
Yeah, they're. I think the Spider-Man 2 one was for the anniversary, and then all the other ones are variant covers he's done for comics that Marvel put out.
Again, also love it when anime artists, like manga artists, also get Western work. That's
yeah.
Because I know, because I know you know my boy Shameless who did Afro Samurai. He also does great Marvel work too. So,
He does.
but yeah, man. I mean, yeah. So like, was that it? Like,
Yeah. Watch
Yeah.
One Punch Man. Read the
Watch
manga.
One Punch Man.
Yeah,
I would give
it's
it.
goofy, and at the same time, it somehow still seems to be kind of like a little bit of not gore, but like it's insane with like some of the stuff it does. Like you'll
I
see
would give
like
it.
you'll see the art change 1 second, and then the next second it's just like a monster exploding. It's great.
Mhm.
That's true. I would give it. If I would do it out of 5, yeah, I'm not gonna do my rating system that I do my. I'll do it out of 5 stars. I would
Do
give
out of
it.
5.
I would give it. I'll go to 4. It's a 4. Like I think it's really good. It's a really good like intro anime for anyone who doesn't watch anime. So I think it's pretty good. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
I say 4.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'd say Moomin Rider pushes it to 4.5.
Nah, Moon Rider is the best.
Back it up. We're done with it now.
So Storm, do you wanna like this? So you wanna tease us on what we're supposed to talk about next? What you're gonna force me
What
to
we may be
rewatch?
doing.